Discerning Hearts presents In Search of the Still Point with Dr. Regis Martin. In Episode 4, Dr. Martin reflects on the Church making the world endurable.
Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. I am not a convert to Catholic Christianity, but if I were and had to give an account of what possessed me to join, it would be no different from that of any honest cradle Catholic who chooses to remain, namely the realization that here alone are truth and salvation to be found. What else is there, as Walker Percy used to say when asked why he became Catholic? When forced to choose between, say, the mystical body and a beehive, there really isn't much choice. Chesterton has a great line about the Church, which is that on the inside, she is much larger than on the outside. And why is that? Because only on the inside are we going to find God, who in Jesus Christ has identified himself so deeply with his bride that he remains forever wedded to her. Could there be a gesture of divine human solidarity greater than this? What other meaning is there to Paul's Damascus moment, when Jesus, having thrown him to the ground, demands to know, "Why are you persecuting me?" And thus, blinded by the light of heaven, Saul must make his way to Jerusalem, where, under the guidance of human mediation, he will at last be baptized into the body of Christ, the springboard to a life of sanctity. In other words, to experience the grace of Christ, you cannot remain on the outside looking in. You have got to come inside, seeing the Church exactly in the same way one gazes upon a window made of bright, stained glass. There is no beauty on the outside. The glass reveals its clarity and color, the radiance of its light, only when you take leave of the sidewalk, where all is dull and pallid and boring. And moving through the church door, you see it for the first time, illumined from the angle of the artist, who fashioned so lovely an ensemble of color and light. From the inside, therefore, the church presents this stunning array upon which we are invited to stare in sheer, stupefied wonder. And never mind the human disfigurations of sin that may spoil the view. If God can write straight with crooked lines, he can certainly adorn his bride with beauties unspeakable. I love how Flannery O'Connor put it in that wonderful letter she wrote to a friend who, hours after becoming Roman Catholic, decides she's had quite enough, and so she walks away, leaving all those sinners to their own devices. But don't you know, Flannery asks, the Church is the only thing that is going to make the terrible world we are coming to endurable. And the only thing that makes the Church endurable is that she is somehow the body of Christ, and on this body we are fed. A perfect bullseye, I'd say. And then, of course, there is the advice given to the bitter ex-Catholic in search of something better. By all means, he was told, go join a more perfect church. But please realize that the moment you join, its perfection will have been diminished by your membership in it. We are all sinners, which is why Christ gave us a church, in order to help us stop sinning and to lead us by the hand to heavenly glory. Thanks for listening. Until next time, this is Regis Martin.
You've been listening to Dr. Regis Martin in Search of the Still Point. For more episodes in this series, visit discerninghearts.com, or you can find it in our free Discerning Hearts app or on many other streaming platforms. Discerning Hearts is a 501c3 nonprofit Catholic apostolate dedicated to evangelization and spiritual formation through the use of new media. To learn how you can support our mission, visit discerninghearts.com.